Charlotte, we have a problem. I've got two small paint containers right over there. And I've got a bucket right over there. Just under a register. Just under another register. That's not a good sign. So what is happening? We are getting tiny water droplets that are hitting the floor. And if you take this away, you will see there's a little bit of a water stain there. The same is happening under this one. You can actually see some of the reflection of the water that is getting into these buckets, and you can see the stains there and right there. Not good. Same thing's happening over here. I put some tissues in the bucket and you can see they're already wet. So what is happening up here is there is some condensation forming on the ductwork that you see here on both of these. And the condensation is building up and then it runs down the side. Fortunately, right now, there's no damage to the drywall, and then it drips out to the floor. The reason why that's happening is the attic space is so hot up there. It's probably 90, 100 degrees up there because it is very hot outside in the middle of summer. And the air that is running through the ductwork is pretty cold, and there's no insulation on some of the parts of the ductwork between the attic and where the cold air is hitting against that piece of the ductwork. There's a lot of insulation up there, but apparently we must have missed a few spots around that. When that happens, you get condensation that builds up, which is why water is dripping into these. So again, that's a big problem. So what I have to do is, not necessarily right now, but I need to go to the big box store, pick up some ductwork insulation. It comes in a roll, it's flexible. And then that's the easy part. The hard part is I'm going to need to crawl up into the attic all the way to here, wrap this in insulated ductwork. Same over there, and then that will stop the condensation from building up on the metal part here. That's going to be a pain in the arse because number one, it's going to be a tight space up there. Number two, it's going to be hot. And number three, I'm going to have all this equipment with me to cut up the roll to wrap around the ductwork that's up there. That's going to be an adventure. And you can see I've used metal ductwork going just up to 90 degrees. That's insulated, but it's this piece right here, this piece that's coming out of the register. I'm sure I missed a few spots in there, and that's where that condensation is building up. So we're just gonna wrap that really nice, and I've got some duct tape, that metal foil tape that you use on ductwork. We'll wrap it all in there, and then that will eventually prevent the condensation from dripping down to the floor. Though we are not going to do that right today, we've got some time to do that. What I want to do now is concentrate on that room and go from there. So we will give you an update on this very shortly. Shoot, I might even take some video up there for your amusement while I'm up in the attic. So until then, next time. All right, we're at the big box store and I found my ductwork insulation. We're actually going to use this one here. It's an R6. It expands to 2 inches. It's only $13 and I thought it was going to be like $65. So we are going to purchase this one. I'm going to crawl in the attic and then we'll see how it goes. Now we're going to head over to the aisle that has the headlamps in it because I'm going to want to have some hands free. So we'll see you over there in a bit. There's the duct insulation I just purchased from the big box store. We've got Ooh, let's see, we've got 15 feet by 12 inches. That's going to be plenty to wrap around the registers that are there and over here. This will expand like normal insulation to 2 inches. So you can see it's only about a half an inch in the roll, but once we unfurl that, we will get to 2 inches. So should be good to go there. I didn't give an update while I was at the store of the headlamp that I was going to purchase, but we did purchase one. Here it is. This was only like $10 at the big box store. So this is going to be all that I need to get up into the crawl space there and be hands-free. It's got a bunch of different settings on it. So check this out. Bright lights coming in. Boom. And another one there, a little lighter. Turns the green, if you can see the green. Turns the red, and then off. And then there's a second button on the other side here. Bright lights coming in again. That's for the center portion here. Makes it really bright, like a spotlight. Boom. And then a little lighter, and then off. So it looks like there's about 6 settings on this. This is gonna work out perfect, and we're gonna test that out here in the next day or so. I believe I have everything I need. Those were the 2 most important pieces to get up in the ceiling. I really have to plan this out. I'll probably have like a backboard, maybe 5 foot long, that I can crawl along the joist or rafters that are in the ceiling, the joist rather. So I can just slide along and get to this one here. And we'll give you updates while I'm up there, but it's going to be just a pain in the butt. And I'm just dreading every minute of it. So I'm just trying to prepare myself to get to that point. Probably bring some water up there, the phone, of course, this stuff, all the tools I need to wrap that around. We've got some silver tape somewhere around here for the ductwork. So we'll give you an update soon as we get closer to doing that. So until next time. Well, it's that time. I'm about to go into the attic up here to fix the dripping that is coming down into the buckets over here. You can see behind the ladder there. And it's the middle of the afternoon. It's probably 90 to 95 degrees out. But I do want to get it done. We are done with the compound there, so the next logical piece of the project is to fix the vent before we move on to anything else. And on my journey, I think I have everything I need. I've got the insulation here, which is going to expand once I start cutting it. I've got scissors and a utility knife, and this is my electrician's bag, but I emptied it out. I'm going to take it up into the attic with me. Some water, definitely going to need that. I'll take a sip every once in a while. I've got this board here, long board, which I'm going to lay on top of the joist, the ceiling joist, so I can maneuver myself fairly comfortably until I get to the ductwork there to put the insulation around. So that's kind of the plan there. And then what else? I think that's about it. Oh, I got my headlamp I'm taking, and I shouldn't need too much more. I've got this lamp here that I'm going to put up there to give me a little broad light for the whole ceiling. And then, of course, my mask that's hanging up over there. I'm going to be wearing that while I'm in there. But I expect the ceiling space to be probably like a sauna. So what is that? Well over 100 degrees of just hot, humid air. And I'm just dreading this, but it's got to be done. It's got to be fixed. So I'll give you an update here shortly. All right, I'm in the attic and it is hot up here. Let me just show you around though. Show you what's going on. So this is what I'm talking about with the condensation. It's so hot up here, you can see the water droplets on the ductwork. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ductwork that's sitting right there. I'm going to wrap it around here, and that will stop the condensation. Check it out. If I put my finger on it, you can just see how wet my finger is. And I've got to go way down there, about another 20 feet. The good thing here is it's gonna open up here pretty soon. And this board that I'm on, if you can see it, is working out really good. It's got urethane on the other side. It's an old bed that I made, and I just flipped it over, and it's sliding across the top of these really easy. Check it out. I'm gonna show you here, if you can see it. And all I need to do is pull myself over these studs all the way to the end. We're gonna wrap that one down here and that stuff really good, and then we're gonna come back and do this one. But I want to get that one first so I can get out from over there, and then finish this one up. I also brought up a temperature thermometer thing that you put on your forehead. Once I get down there and I'm still sweating, I'm gonna take the temperature of my skin and then just show you what that is. I'm breathing okay up here. It's just hot. It's like a sauna. So I don't think I need the mask yet, but I've got my water and the gloves here, and I got some rags that I'm gonna wipe myself off with here. The headlamp's working fantastic, and we're just gonna keep it going. Problem is my shirt is rolling up on me, and the rolls are getting into my skin, so it's kind of uncomfortable, so I gotta manage that a little bit. But we're gonna give you an update here once I get down to the end. But if you look behind me, that's where I came in at, and my feet are back there, but we're gonna continue on, so we'll give you an update here shortly. All right, so I'm at the end of the wall here, and I made it to the other duct here, and if you look closely, you can see the condensation just really building up there, and that's what's causing the droplets to go on the floor. So like I said, I thought I did a pretty good job, but not good enough. So what I'm gonna do is I've got this wrapping around here currently. I'm gonna take this one off, and then I'm gonna replace it with this one here. And just to give you a scope of where I am, let's try to see if we can look back here. See, way back there. Yeah, so again, it's hot. And actually, while we're sitting here, I'm gonna switch my view on my camera, and let's see if we can get a temperature reading in my forehead. So give me a sec. I didn't realize the light was shining. I just wasn't thinking that it was probably shining in your eyes when I just flipped it around to look at me earlier. But anyways, here's what I got before I start on this. Hold on a second. Got one of these temperature things. I'm gonna measure that temperature on my forehead. Let's just see where we're at here. So I turn it on. Boom. And I press this button and put it against my head. But so let's see what we got here. Eh, 98.9. I guess that's normal. But we're gonna continue on. All right, right now I'm laying on my back. It is so flippin' hot up here. I know the video is a little grainy, but I'm using the reverse angle here. I just got done with the far one, wrapped it up pretty good. I'm 95% confident that's gonna stop the dripping, so I'm pretty happy with the way that went on. I taped it up really good with the aluminum foil tape for heat ducts. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can show you this here. Oh, before I do that though, I'm back at this first one here. So, that's looking pretty easy to do here. I already cut my piece right behind my head there. So we're gonna put that one on. And then just to give you a look of where I came from, I'm gonna try switching the light to a spotlight on my phone, or not my phone, my head knob, and just check how that works. Boom. There you go. Pretty good. All right. So that's where I just came from. It's about 15 feet back there, past my footsies. And we're gonna continue on. Hey, let's take another temperature check here. Why don't we? Where's that thing at? I'm not feeling too bad. It's just, again, it's just like a sauna. I can feel the heat starting to take its effect on me, but it's not bad, right? It's, you know, it's like exercising on a 90-degree humid day. So sooner I get this done, the sooner I can get out and chug down some water
and enjoy the rest of the day. But let's, here it is again. Let's turn this bad boy on. There it is. Put it up on my forehead here. Let's check it out. See what it says. Yep, 102. Boom, check it out. It's hot up here. And that's not me having a fever. That's just how hot it is up here on my skin. So we're gonna wrap this one up. I'll do one more to close this out, and we'll call it a day. So until then. I just finished putting in the insulation on that last one there. This whole experience was absolutely exhausting. I still have my wits about me, but I'm just trying to catch my breath, and I'm gonna head down and get a bunch of ice water. It's so hot and humid, and I'm probably getting close to heat exhaustion, but I still feel okay, just tired and exhausted. So we're gonna wrap this up, and we'll do one more and close it out. So till next time. So I just got out of the attic up there, and it was brutal. I probably spent an hour up there, maybe 45 minutes, I don't know, lost track of time. But you saw my temperature on my skin, it was 102 degrees. And it's totally exhausted. Just to tell you how hot it is up there, you can see that my shirt is drenched. This is all sweat, no water. And check this out. You can actually see the sweat dripping off the shirt. So I'm gonna take a breather here, and then we're gonna let this set for a couple of days, see if any more condensation occurs, and then we'll be good to go. But as far as this one's concerned, we're gonna wrap this one out. I'm gonna chug down this water over here that my wonderful wife just brought me up and call it a day. So until next time, peace out.